Don't let your dreams chase you. You chase them. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I am the one and the only Mrs. Rose Wilson, and you have reached Mom Chronicles. And if you have not been here before, do not forget to subscribe. Click that bell so you can be notified when I drop a new video. Since it is 2020 and we starting off with all things new, I'm changing my schedule of how I drop new videos. I did drop a video yesterday, which was Tuesday, because I missed on Monday. And that's because I was getting things together of finalizing how I was going to drop my videos for the 2020. And so I decided to change how I drop a video. I won't drop a video every day, but I will drop a video on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Still at 10 a.m. Okay? If you do not follow me on social media, check my description. All forms of social media will be in the description. I also now I'm on Twitter, so check me out on Twitter. That as well is in the description as well. Okay? So since it is New Year, and Happy New Year to everybody. Okay? It's a new year, the first day of the new year. What you gonna do with this first day? Okay? Comment down below and tell me, what are you doing with your first day of the new year? So everybody has been talking about the decade. And you know, I want to just talk about the last decade, what that decade was for me. Okay? And I'm doing 2009 to 2019, which is the last decade I went through as an adult. And I just kind of want to reflect a little bit on that. So going into 2009, I probably was the most confident I have ever been because I had no worries. And the reason I had no worries is because I had so many things that was wrong with my situation. And in my mind, can't nothing get no worse than this. Okay? I can pretty much fake it till I can't fake it no more. And so I built a confidence on that. And that's what I did. Most people did not know that everything in my life was going bad. Everything in my life was going bad. That's the time I was living in Chicago. So everything in my life was going bad, but you didn't know because I act and, you know, kind of assumed this persona of me not having no worries and me having a lot of confidence. And to this day now, I still take on that, you know, having a lot of confidence when things aren't the best, because I was always told, don't never let anyone see you sweat. And so I think that's an awesome thing. You know, you'll never know what the left hand is doing because you don't take your right hand in. And my mom always tells me that, or has always told me that. So I had no worries, even though I had all of the things that could go bad in my life was happening at the time. I still had no worries because ultimately I felt like they could get better. Now, even though I had no worries and I was confident, I was homeless. I was homeless. Do you hear me? I was homeless for 8 months of 2009. Okay, that's more than half of the year. I was homeless for 8 months of 2009. So I had worries. I just couldn't think about that. The more, if I dwelled on all the things that was going wrong in my life, I probably would have had a nervous freaking breakdown. Okay. Now, one good thing about 2009 was I met the love of my life within the first 6 weeks of 2009. So the middle of February, it may have been the day after Valentine's Day, to be exact, when we first, our first realm of contact was. And I met the love of my life. Did I know then it was going to be the love of my life? No, I did not. But I did. And, you know, that sparked a lot more of, you know, who I am now in 2009. So there are obviously many ups and many downs through the decade. You know, I got married. I had more children. I moved. I relocated 3 times. When I started the decade, I was in Chicago. Now that I'm ending the decade, or the decade has ended for me, I'm now in Clarksville, Tennessee. So in between that time, I have moved to Champaign in 2011, Illinois. Then I moved to Nashville, Tennessee in 2014. And in 2019, I moved to Clarksville, Tennessee. So, okay, I moved. I have gained a husband who gave me his last name. I had 2 more children in that decade. So a lot has happened to me, throughout the decade. Now, ending the decade, I would say I was the most stressed I had ever been in my entire life. And so you would think, like, when you started the decade, no worries, a lot of confidence. Yeah, everything was going wrong, but a lot of confidence because you knew things were going to get better. And it did. Throughout the decade, like I said, we moved, and that allowed me more opportunities to get better jobs, make more money, kind of sit on a platform and see, kind of where I was to where I am now. But I was the most stressed I had ever been in the decade. And which is why I am now doing YouTube 100% of the time. And that's going to be a whole nother video. Okay. A positive thing about end of the decade was that I'm somewhat stable. I'm not going to say I'm 100% stable, but I am, stable. And that means I have a nice house, a nice car, our bills are paid, my children are taken care of, for the most part, my health is good. I can do some other things health-wise to, do better my health overall. My health is good. I'm blessed, so I am more stable compared to, like I said, going into 2009 or starting 2009. I was not stable at all. I was homeless. I didn't have a Patra.pearson or one to throw it out, as the old folks would say. So I will shine light on that. And I want to reflect on that because I know y'all gonna think and say, like, oh, why are you somewhat stable? You should be grateful. I am very grateful. I'm very blessed. I am highly favored. Okay? What God has for me is for me. Period. But I'm also being content. That's the word I need to use. Not stagnant, but content. Well, a little bit of stagnant, but more content than stagnant. And I'm being content with, what was on my plate. And that's not me at all. Okay, I'm a person of variety, a person with versatility, and so I always got to keep it changing and moving. And where I was not getting that, and that actually brought about a sense of depression and anxiety on me. And I'm just like, okay, I gotta have movement to room. I said movement to room to move. Okay, I want to shout out the ESMR Revengers. They are our family that is in Arizona. Shout out to them. If you do not follow them on social media and on YouTube, they do a live every Saturday on YouTube. Go watch them. It is so much fun. Me and my husband, we both tune in, actually on separate devices, to make sure they get the love that they deserve. Okay, go follow them, subscribe to them. They are on social media. I will put all the information below. We love you, fam, and keep doing what you're doing, okay? They have an amazing YouTube channel. It's so funny. They just vibe together, and it's good business. So y'all go follow them, okay? Going into the next decade, from 2020 to 2013, I'm really on this, faith, crazy faith. And everybody wants to be like, I believe, I trust. But none of that matters if you're not gonna put in the work. And so just in the last 3 weeks, I've seen, just a glimpse of what could come from if you put the work in behind your trust and your faith and your believing. And so I know 10 years is a long time. People are like, 10 years? Anything can happen in 10 years. I could be here, I could be there, I could be doing this, or I could not be doing that. I'm going to put that work, every bit of hard work, sweat, tears, whatever, into my faith and what I believe for myself. What I truly believe that is stored for me. I'm putting in the work, period. Okay? I'm going to create generational wealth, and I know everybody's kind of on this. I'm creating generational wealth. I'm creating generational wealth. I'm really creating generational wealth. There's going to be a video posted real soon about the vision boards that me and my nieces did together, and that's just kind of the, what you want to say, the cherry on top of the cake to create this generational wealth, to kind of just get that door open, pretty much what I'm trying to say, of creating generational wealth. And that's what I'm going to do. Now, I'm not even saying I want the accolades saying, oh, it's because of you. That's not what I'm about. Because if you can supply a lifestyle for yourself from something I did, I don't want to thank you. I just want to see you live your best life, and people behind you live their best life because the doors you open for them, because there were doors open for me, then I opened it from, so on and so forth. Okay. Another thing that I'm going to do and continue to do in the next decade is I'm going to continue to break generational curses, and I've already done that in so many ways in my immediate family. And so I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep breaking generational curses, and I'm going to teach that to the generations behind me. I have a really, really big family, and I mean immediate family. And I do not mean the immediate family that I created, me and my husband, our children, because we do have 3 children, but I mean my immediate family, mean the ones my mother created. So it's me and my brother, and together me and my brother have 19, it's 19 first cousins. So my mother only had 2 children, and she has 19, actually 20 grandchildren out of the 2 of us. And so actually it's a third one, which is my little brother on my dad's side. We include him too. So with the 3 of us, my mom has 20 grandkids. So that's a lot for one person, and so that's a lot of families and blending, and the list goes on. And so I'm starting breaking those generational curses, not only with my immediate family that I created, but the immediate family that I was created into. And slowly but surely I'm knocking down those walls, and those generational curses that kind of came down from the generations before me are no longer a part of our lives. And so I'm very happy about that, and I'm gonna keep pressing to do that, because that's gonna allow generational positives, and that sounds weird, but that's my truth, to happen. So it's gonna be like, oh well, my auntie and my uncle went to college, before they got married, then they had children, and said, okay, well, that's what I need to do. So my purity is important, meaning saving myself for marriage, getting married if that's what I choose to, or if I choose not to get married, maybe adopting a kid, whatever the case may be. I'm going to create generational positives, okay? And continue to break the generational curses that has been passed on. And, you don't really notice those generational curses until those children become adults. So, we're going to knock them out the park, all right? I also want to say I have been with my husband for 10 years. We have been in love for 10 and married for 6. So we're going on year 11, married for year 7. And that has been also an addition, a positive addition to my 10 years. So I hope that 2020 to 2030 gives me another 10 years with my love, and possibly more children, and continue to do amazing things with my children, and continue to, create more videos for YouTube, and open doors for other opportunities. All right. So I want y'all to comment down below and tell me what y'all gonna do with the next 20 years. Okay, don't have to be no long paragraph. Comment 2 or 3 things down below what you're gonna do with your next 10 years. Okay. If you have not been here before, do not forget to subscribe. Click that bell so you can be notified. Don't forget, I changed my schedule when I'm posting new videos. That's Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. All right. Don't let your dreams chase you. You chase them, and y'all be sweet.